A question was asked a while ago, what's in your Scottevest? Well, I'm going to give you a twofer. This is the lowdown. I went out just a few weeks ago to a week-long seminar for work, and I thought I would try to travel light. And I decided to attempt the no baggage challenge a few years after the no baggage challenge. And this is what I looked like. From the front it doesn't look that bad. From the back it looks like I'm carrying an awful lot. But what am I carrying? What is in my Scottevest? So I have a pen and a pencil, which I used an awful lot. A flashlight that I did not use very much. Sunglasses, which I used almost every day on a walk. In this pocket here I carry my toiletry bag, and yes, I have things that probably aren't really TSA needed to be in here, but it's all simple, so I put it in there. In this pocket here I carry a mess of cords and two chargers, one for my cell phone and one for all my other devices. Of course, over here I carry MP3 player all wired in. That, of course, is definitely necessary waiting for planes and on planes. I carried my wallet over here. In this pocket here, I carried just my traveler stuff, my boarding pass and such, and that was really nice to have a dedicated pocket to that. In this pocket over here, I carried a notepad, but that's not all. I also carried my iPad in there. And over in this pocket, set for a camera. The camera that's recording was in there, so I put a battery pack to kind of represent that. And along with that, I carried my first aid kit. If you've had nearly as much first aid training as I have, you feel more naked without a first aid kit than with one. I didn't carry anything but in this pocket because it kind of stood out against the iPad. In this pocket, which I conveniently zipped up, which I almost never do, I carried an expandable water bottle because buying bottled water is very expensive. And then, of course, the part you see on the back here I carried in this big back pocket my clothing. Because it was a business trip and one of my major goals was to network, I figure wearing the same clothes every day where I'm seeing the same people was a bad idea. But these vacuum bags worked really good. This was about 2 extra sets of clothing and it was only about this big. But I said this was a twofer because now I'm going to reload up my Scottevest with what I normally carry in it on an average day when I'm going to work and I'm not traveling for a week, plus some improvements. Of course, I always carry my sunglasses. My sunglasses always sit in here. It's a very convenient place to put it. My wallet goes back in here because you never know when you're going to need to use your wallet. My MP3 player gets tucked back into here. My first aid kit, of course, always goes with me. Like, I feel more naked without my first aid kit than with a first aid. In addition to that, I still carry my flashlight. It's small, doesn't take up much space, and it comes in surprisingly useful. A pen and a pencil. We still write a lot at work. I no longer carry my cell phone charger, but I carry my iPad and my MP3 player cords with me, and I tend to stick them in where the boarding pass pocket should be, because I don't normally need a boarding pass when I'm traveling around to work. I still carry my iPad, but I've downsized my notepad. That used to be my journal, and I realized that was way too big, so I downsized to a little Pentalic journal, which I have loved. It was a great move. Also, because I have this terrible tendency to forget to look at the charge on my tablet or my MP3 player, I carry the battery pack with me for those cords. And then finally, I carry extra contact lenses because I need contacts. When my contact goes south, it goes south, but it's easier to replace it than to fight with it. And I also carry, tucked way back in this little pocket back here, some eye drops in an attempt to coax it. And that's what's in my Scottevest on an everyday basis. So I guess I should end it with the question that started all. What's in your Scottevest? and I am out of here.